Good morning, everybody. One nice and bright face, so that's good. Hi, Corey. Hi, Amita. Seeing you after so long. It's so good to see your faces. It makes, it makes the connection a lot more real. I think as we go through this journey, also, as we see people, as we know that they're here, I think each person's transformation also you can see through their faces. Hi, Vimla ji. I don't know who the other person is. It says PC's iPhone. I see her every day, but I don't know what her name is because she's labeled PC's iPhone. But hi, and you should rename yourself one of these days or tell us who you are. So I know who I'm talking to. Hi, Jyoti. Very, very good morning to each of you. Hi, Harshita. So I see, I know that even the new faces also that, we now recognize them, know them. Today is a beautiful day to get things started, to get things going, actually, that you may have already started. For those of you that believe in angel numbers, hi, Rajni. For those of you that believe in angel numbers or just in the synchronicity of life, in the synchronicity of things, I believe there's nothing wrong in finding a little bit of magic, a little bit of hope around us in our daily life, in our daily situations. So I believe beyond superstition. Yesterday, we spoke about superstition in the light of good, evil, us using superstition where we might be making it a tool where that becomes something of a hindrance to us. And we're thinking of, oh my God, if I do this, this could happen. Cause and effect, is that a reality? Absolutely is. Okay, every cause has an effect. Every time you're doing a particular action, it plays out in a certain manner. That is the law of cause and effect is how the universe operates, which is why one certain reaction will lead to a certain outcome. That includes anything from the smallest interaction we have, where if I twist a knob, the door opens, to if I dial a phone number, a call somebody far, far away. Okay, so we have actually over time mastered this cause and effect to understand how far we can take the cause to have the desirable effect that we choose to have. So when I make a call, now technology is essentially that, right? Where just through the simple tap of a few buttons, I can achieve something particularly complex in my life. Now, that is affirmation to show that we as human beings, using the power of our mind, our brain, the supreme intelligence that we feel so proud to possess, we have actually garnered it in such a way that we have used it to evolve, not just physically, but to evolve in a manner where we've taken technology strides. And where now through simple clicks of a button, I can click a button and see somebody in a very distant land, feel like I am there. We have all sort of things that we can do virtually. Literally anything and everything is possible to do virtually, is possible to do through the simple clicks of a few buttons. And us connecting just now is also confirmation of simply that fact. So now when we have such simply evolved brains, we're going to understand how we can take this cause and effect into our daily life and how that actually affects us. But before that, the reason that I started this discussion with each of you, today's date, 2nd February 2022, so 2/2/2022. All right. So for those of you that believe in angel numbers, that believe in looking at signs or looking for signs, that believe in numerology, I am not an expert in numerology, nor am I an expert in angel numbers. And I say that right now itself. So I just tell you the simple interpretations that I would know or that I can look up and give you my version of. Because there's no harm in getting to know that, it saves us those 5 minutes of wondering what it is ourselves. All right. So angel numbers and signs, they say that when you see these numbers, a particular number everywhere, specifically when you see it in a certain sequence, such as the date today, 2/2/2022, so it's twos everywhere. They say that it's a sign that we're getting from the universe. This, of course, is a date. Now, if you do end up noticing it multiple times, Then we take it as science, but even in the number, in the date today itself, it's loaded. They say 2 is a beautiful number. 1 is the start to something. And what comes after 1, what follows after 1 is 2. It's the consistency that we're looking at. I take a step, I now require the consistency to follow through on that step to actually make it materialize to a certain extent. Again, I tell you, I'm no expert. I simply tell you my interpretation. For me, 2 is me taking that consistency towards taking that step and seeing where it comes to fruition. Okay, now a simple Google search tells me that 222 is a message of hope, representative of balance, harmony, life choices, commitment, compromise, and trust. All right, so now seeing that, what I would like to tell each person is commitment is something that comes purely out of the number 2 also, because once I've started or I've taken a step, it's the commitment to see that through, not only in my words, but in my actions, so that I'm doing something, is what that translates to. There's a lot that comes up for the number 2 that has related to hope, balance within ourselves, allowing ourselves to take steps forward, adjusting the process. So when I read the word compromise, I'm going to draw that to the cause and effect that we're talking about. Where if I have a certain reaction to a certain situation, I am responding to a certain situation in a certain manner, it is going to have the opposite person have a certain reaction to it also. So if we look at compromise or flexibility or adapt as a part of adaptability as well, where I see that, okay, if there is a situation that I am in, how am I within that situation, then constantly understanding the situation, learning from it, and adapting to what it needs from me now. All of these things to really do justice to ourselves is when we're true to ourselves also. Adaptability is, or compromise is not simply sitting in any mold that is given to you, but it is about understanding the situation we are in and then seeing how we can best adapt to it, so that no matter what it is, that we may be able to accept it, see what it has to teach us, or take what it has to benefit us with, or see what to do about it and move forward to the next situation. So adaptability becomes a lot about being able to progress forward in life as well, as opposed to staying right where you're at. All right, so now another important thing, and there's a lot about hope anyway. So while we spoke about superstition yesterday in a different light, this also in angel numbers or signs also in a manner are superstition, right? People believing that, oh, okay, oh, so now that I've seen the sign, or now that I see a sign that's telling me to do something everywhere, should I just do something? I believe that there is nothing wrong with that. My personal belief for me, but there's nothing wrong in seeing a little magic everywhere we go. It's not going to hurt us to know that there is magic everywhere, to allow ourselves to see it, and to understand the basic, like essential fact that you in itself, magic, miracles, everything exists around us, within us, and you yourself are a walking miracle. Right from the point of how our conception happens, there is science to it, of course, to everything that we are capable of, to us having these wonderful bodies that do so much for us and that are capable of doing so much within themselves. We are walking miracles in that manner. And to see that little magic everywhere, to see that little spark everywhere, reminds us of the spark that is within us also. To find something to be happy about in all that is happening around us makes our process of connecting to what truly makes us happy, or creating situations that make us happy, that keep us happy, in that energy of joy, all work synchronistically. So happiness as well is everywhere. So now when people say, I want to work on myself, but I don't know, I feel like I've lost myself. I just don't feel happy anymore. Of course, there is one part of it where we're looking at where is that spark lost? Where is that happiness lost? Is there a part of yourself that you've frozen? We spoke about being frozen last week as well. The part of you that knew how to be happy, because we've all come into this world knowing how to be happy, knowing what joy is. We're made of that very light, that very spark. And then starts our journey of truly being able to see it, find it, of being able to find that happiness, acknowledge it, and allow it within our lives without the fear of it going away. So why is it that a lot of us live in this feeling where, we're good, we're feeling happy, we're feeling energetic, we're feeling motivated, we're feeling peaceful for some time? But the complaint is always that, like, I feel all these things, but then they go away. So A is the experiences that we've had that make us keep feeling like it's going to go away. B is also when you've heard, when you've been told, when you've heard it even in, simple statements that, I mean, I know that I've heard a lot of adults make is, oh, don't laugh so much, you'll have to cry later. Or there's no need to be so happy. Even for kids, I hear it for kids. I have young kids and they say, oh, you don't laugh in front of everybody, okay? Nazar lag jayegi or whatever it is. And, then you see you'll have to cry. Now, I kept correcting them and I'm like, why are you saying this? And I used to keep telling them, I'm like, you do what you got to do. That's fine. But then even coincidentally, they'll make one sound that evening that resembles crying. It's like, I told you. And it'll be a complete bunch of strangers you've gone to, or just a normal kid being happy, being their true self. But say, don't laugh so much. Your stomach will hurt. Don't laugh so much. You'll have to cry later. Don't laugh so much. In so many instances, don't be so happy that you regret it later. Now, that is something you've even simply heard again and again. You have no idea how much we actually take notice to these things that are there, to these notions that are there. We have an eluding fear so many times of the light or whether it will stay. We've had this come up in sessions when people are talking and you ask them, and of course, everyone wants to get better, everyone wants to feel better, and everyone wants to connect to the light within themselves and not feel depressed, not feel sad, not feel miserable. But when they're asked in the session and when they truly reach the crux of what is bothering them, of where they're at, and what it comes to so many times is, whether it's we're talking about them wanting to be successful or anything at all, is that they're like, you know what, but I don't know that it will stay. Anytime that I've been, it's never really stayed around for too long. I've never experienced it for too long, but the sadness always comes back. The darkness always comes back. The failure always comes back. So anything that feels like a more known devil, anything that feels like, this person is a really nice person. They make me grow, they make me happy, they make me feel peaceful. But they come and go. And then there's this person who's horrible for me, who's toxic for me. But they're always around me. They're always there. And so many times we just simply choose the feeling that's always there because we have a fear of losing out. So even when the person is happy, and we've seen that, you may notice it everywhere around you. When they're happy as well, they're going like, yeah, this is all great. But now after this, I have to do so many things. So rather than enjoying the moment, they're contemplating all the stress that is going to come after that. Now that, of course, in a message sent out to the universe, is a simple translation of, oh, okay, they're really missing this time where they have so much worry, so much fear, so much stress. Because you're constantly thinking of that even when everything is working in your favor. So the universe thinks, I mean, if they really miss that, who am I to superimpose being happy? Let's give them what they need. How many of you do it? Take some time to notice. Where when something is perfect, the moment is perfect, it feels amazing. It could be because of a simple gesture somebody you love did for you. It could be because you just finished this meditation and you're feeling amazing. It could be because of anything. It could be because of a meal you cooked or something you ate and that you really enjoyed. But how much time do we spend in the fleeting thought of what will happen next? Or worried that this is going to go away? Now, that constant thought is also creating a chain reaction. Like we said, cause and effect. So if I want to change the effect, if I want to change the channel of what I'm getting, of what I'm receiving, I got to change the thing that triggers it, the thing that starts it. So how about instead, okay, you know that it is a fleeting moment, doesn't matter. Use that knowledge instead to savor it, to enjoy it for what it is. The minute we start building up from where we are at rather than taking away from it, we can build for ourselves moments that are joyous, that are peaceful, that are happy. So even if I have 5 minutes of this, I'm going to enjoy that 5 minutes to the fullest. And then if it goes to 6 minutes, instead of worrying, oh, but this is going to go away. Start with what you get. You get 1 minute of something happy. Go like, oh, great. Today I had 1 minute where I truly felt happy. Now, if that continues to the second minute, instead of going like, okay, but how much longer? Go like, okay, wow, there was more. When you under promise something and it over delivers, everything that is a surplus from there feels like, wow. I got this too, because happiness in itself is constantly fleeting. It's a changing frame of mind. So anything that truly makes you happy just now, even if it is to stay, your state is going to alter. As you move along, as you go ahead, your state is going to alter. So you are not that same thing, even if it stays constant in your life, is not going to continue to give you happiness. So now I'll give you a few simple examples. This cake really makes me happy, okay? I love it. I go there, I have one slice and I feel so good. I'm so happy to have had it. But now this cake is sitting in front of me for 1 hour, 1 year, 10 years. After 1 hour and after me eating 5 slices of it, I'm not going to feel as happy about it. Because my state of happiness over there is achieved and it's altered now. Now something else gives me happiness. What happens is we keep looking at the outside situation and thinking, why doesn't it stay? Why won't it just stick? Same goes with people, right? We go like, okay, this person makes me happy now. So it's their job to keep making me happy. Why can't they make me happy anymore? Maybe the fault is not in what we're looking at outside, but in understanding that the way that we are structured, the way that our life is framed, the way that the human mind works is that one thing is not going to keep giving you happiness, because in every, like, evolution doesn't even happen every few years or every something like that. You're evolving every second. So your center of happiness moves with you. So the person might be doing everything absolutely that they can continuously, but you have to understand that now this doesn't make me happy anymore. Something else does, and it's okay. And if it is something you really like, you will circle back to it also. But till you stay fixated on that cake or on that buffet, you were really hungry. The first 5 bites of food made you feel amazing. Now that you're fuller, automatically that satisfaction level with that same food will go lower. So now the minute I understand, okay, this situation, this meditation, this moment of joy has served its purpose, and I cherish it and I move forward to what I need to do next. Knowing that happiness is all around me, happiness is originating from me. I am the center point of it. So instead of me worrying that if I move from this point to that, it'll go away. When I realize I'm the sun, I have that light inside me. So wherever I'm going to go, that light is going to follow. Then I stop worrying about it constantly. I allow myself to find it in my every moment. I allow myself to see it in my every interaction and to truly shine out of that light so that all the people that enter my life also can reflect to that, can respond to that. Whether it's a person, a situation, anything, we take off a lot of pressure from that the minute we give up this unrealistic expectation we have. It's an expectation that is against the very nature of how happiness is made. So I keep looking at no, but now you used to do this. Now why isn't it making me happy? So I eat this cake, then I move forward to everything else on the buffet, enjoy it, cherish that time. I had a great meal. Now I've moved forward to the other things that I got to do. What happens then is that I still enjoy that meal greatly as my day ends, as the week ends also. But if I keep saying they're going like, no, this gives me happiness, I'm never going to leave from this buffet, that same food is going to make me miserable over some time then. So allow yourself to acknowledge every moment for what it is and understand that the construct of happiness itself is something which is constantly evolving. What makes you happy shifts in every moment. If it truly made you happy, it means that you will evolve from there. The minute you simply acknowledge that and allow that to do its magic, it will. So a lot of the things related to the self, a lot of the issues, a lot of the problems that we face, whether that is confidence, whether that is self-worth, whether that is anything at all, happens also because we don't feel a certain emotion that we're really craving. Happiness, peace are among the top of it anymore. And we're just scared that it never stays. So we just avoid it. Anything that doesn't say, I don't want to get into it only so then I don't feel disappointed. That's why we avoid it also, right? Because I'm going to like, yeah, I'll do this session, but I'm going to feel good. But then what if it happens? I'm like, then take what you got and then build on it later. Would you not want at least even a few moments of relief if you truly believe that? Wouldn't you want that? Why deny yourself that chance? Our expectation of a certain situation puts a lot of pressure on it also. When I expect something to be a certain way. So you will see there'll be great amount of excitement in opening a gift. Then after that, it's like, oh, okay. Like life has moved on in this next second. But when it is something that where I'm not expecting it at all, where I'm just, sort of having a simple day and somebody really pays you a compliment, gives you a nice smile, somebody brings you a small gift, you see how long that smile lasts. Because I'm allowing the moment to be what it is, no pressure on it. I tell you guys the same for your journeys also. There's so many queries that ring in that say simply that, okay, I'm doing this class, but what can I expect? Okay, but what if I don't feel the change? What if, I cannot do what everyone else in class is doing? No, I mean, that's absolutely normal, right? Every person in class is a separate individual with a separate journey. I always, like, initially we used to tell them, this class helps with all these things because we'd seen those changes happen for people. We had seen, now if I've seen 20 migraine cases, 50 cancer cases, I know that, oh yeah, it can be worked on, it can be healed. Now, earlier that was done to share the experience that yes, that is absolutely possible. Soon enough, we're a tribe of people who had that expectation, and that whole responsibility was shifted to us. Oh, okay, you said people feel really good and their life changes after this class. I finished, my life didn't change. And I'm like, that actually depends on you. So I can tell you this dress looks great. But now whether it looks great on you or not is completely dependent on your body type, on how confident you feel in it, right? This medicine works. It's worked through this many clinical trials. But whether it works on you and your particular body or not is totally dependent on your body chemistry, your mind chemistry, and your journey. So now we tell you this is what happens generally. Your experience will be your own, and it should be. So the only thing I tell a person when they're entering a session, when they're entering a class, a therapy, even a daily theta, I would tell you that, in fact. Set your intention for what you need it to be. Set your intention that, I'm going to have the best learning experience I want to have. That everything that is meant for me to take away from this class in terms of knowledge, in terms of shifts, in terms of friendships, in terms of transformations, I am ready for it. That I have the best experience in this class. Whatever is the intention you set at the start of something is what you will walk out at the end of it. So 20 people all going through the same class, each will walk out with something completely different. So set your intention for what you wanted to bring to you. Do not ask what this class is going to give you at the end. I mean, ask your questions that you need to, but those are all going to be relative. It's going to teach you tools on how to do the B technique yourself. It's going to teach you how to have a healing tool in your toolbox, how to shift things for yourself, how to pass healing, how to do a number of things. It'll teach you those things theoretically. It'll give you the practical experience with it. But you walk in with, I have the shifts that are necessary for me, that are really there for me to make. Or whatever your intention, I have these 3 days. I feel completely empowered when I walk out at the end of these 3 days. And that is what's going to shape up for you. The cause and effect starts not just in our actions, but in our very thoughts. Your particular thought being really strong is how it's going to manifest. Cause and effect. Your words being a certain way. Cause and effect is a huge thing, guys. Your words, when we say, words really hurt people. You can take back a lot of things, but you cannot take back words that have really cut through a person. Cause and effect. When we end up having a fight, an argument with somebody, what is happening? We're each looking to react to what the other person is saying. There is no intention to interact and bring this somewhere. They said this to me, now I'm going to say this to me. How dare they say that to me? And in that moment, we are so heated up that we cannot see the cause and effect that it's going to cause. Sometimes when we reach that point of equilibrium and we think that, okay, I mean, I'm asking this question to this person, or I'm giving this response. Is there any possible answer to this that could give me peace, that could make me happy? There will be those questions sometimes, or there will be those responses sometimes, where if you will ask yourself this, is there any possible answer that I could get to this that's going to make me happy? Or that's going to give me any sort of solution? If the answer is no, you might want to just skip it altogether. Think about it. You ask somebody a heavily loaded question, and every answer to that is going to make you feel worse than where you're at. Then either just work on transforming that, or seeing whether it's worth going through the agony of that. Acknowledge it for what you know is true. Acknowledge the truth right at that point. But cause and effect happens all the time in our words, in our reactions, in these arguments, in the disputes that we have. Cause and effect, of course, happens in the actions we take. That is how the universe works. I take the action of putting the switch on, electricity starts, cause and effect. Anytime we're doing a future reading for someone, we're helping them with the manifestation, anything at all, we tell them this is not set in stone. So if we're getting a future reading for that person at that point, the first thing that is communicated to them before getting into the reading at all is that whatever reading will come is a reading that is showing for you, given your current scenario, given your current actions, your current thoughts. If you like what comes up, if you like the reading, in terms of it all sounds great, oh, I'm going to have an amazing future, keep it. Stick to what you're doing. If you do not like some part of it, understand that the remote is still in your hand only. Change what you're doing now, and the outcome has to change. That's how nature is designed. So it has to. So which is why there's so many people, future readings are very fascinating to people. People love getting answers which they can do nothing about. Oh, I want to do a tarot card. I'm not against any of these things. We offer them. We have people who are students who are specialized in that who will do it for you. All right. But we did a few exhibitions and we did a few angel card readings, tarot readings. People wanted the reading. People wanted to come and do a Theta future reading, a Theta guardian angel reading. And then that's it. A reading that told them this will happen to you, this will happen to you, this will happen to you. When asked, do you want to do anything about it? No, all that I can't do. Nobody wanted to get into doing something about it, whether it was about creating something amazing that, showed in the cards that they could have. Because even when the cards show you something and then you say, but I got this reading done that said I would make a lot of money, but I'm not making any money. It's because after that, your cause and effect still has to follow. If I'm working really hard today and that's what shows in my future, and then I decide to just stop working because my future shows I'm going to have a lot of money, that money is going to not come then. I have to continue to do that hard work for it to come. So what we saw was, for a lot of, we didn't want to get to, okay, what can I do to create that for myself? So it's about understanding that cause and effect happens in our every moment. So anytime people came for a future reading, and there'd be a lot of people that would want one. That people will, oh, you can see do a reading for me, no? No. Why? There's no reason to do it. What we always do, even in situations where it's really required or where it is something a client really wants, is we tell them, if you've come for a certain issue, if you've come for a certain problem, because generally we don't have people who come in just for a 5-minute future reading. So they've come for a particular thing that they want to get better. You tell them, I'll do it for you, but let me do it for you at the end of our session. Once we're done with whatever shifts we want to make. Simple reason being that as we are understanding better, as we're rewiring our thoughts, as that is happening for each of you also, every morning when you're understanding a few things in your mind go, okay, click, 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 and just shift a little bit. What happens then is you're anyway altering what you're going to see. So might as well have whatever change you're doing and then see how that is playing out for you. That's how future progressions or any of those things work as well. So even in a meditation, once we've done a shift and then we ask you, okay, see, what opens up for you, see the next step. It's because you've clicked a few things and shifted them to how you really would like them to be. And then you're seeing how it works out. So cause and effect, you guys, happening everywhere. Believe in the serendipity of things. Allow things to work in your favor. The universe is here for you. All right, it's at your disposal, really. And anytime you do not like the effect of something that is happening, however that is playing out in your life, in a job, in a relationship, in a health scenario, Same thing, no doctor or anyone will tell you that. Or your reports look bad, change what you're eating, change your lifestyle, change your medication, change your exercise, whatever is needed in your scenario. What is happening? I'm changing the cause to hope for a different effect. All right, I'll do a few quick downloads for everyone here. So can I download for everyone that I know and understand the creator of all that is his definition and perspective of magic, that I know what it feels like, how to, when to, and that it is safe and possible for me to experience the magic that I am made of, the magic that lies within me, the magic that is all around me, to allow myself to believe in magic without the fear of it disappearing, that I know that it is safe and possible for me to know and understand that magic and miracles are all around us, that we ourselves are walking miracles. And for me to be able to see the magic in small and big things within my life, that I allow myself to experience it, feeling happy, feeling joyous, feeling gratitude, feeling that childlike joy and innocence, as I allow myself to see the serendipity of things, as I allow myself to experience the magic in every moment of my life, and to create magic in every moment within my life, to know that it is safe and possible to live my daily life in such a manner that I know and understand the creator of all that is his definition and perspective of cause and effect, that I understand that in every given moment, every thought of mine, every word of mine, every action of mine is creating the chain of events that follows, that I know what it feels like to make those thoughts, words, and actions ones that are truly aligned to what I wish to have in my life and the kind of life I choose to live, the kind of reality I choose to create within my life, to have thoughts, words, and actions that are aligned with my highest potential, that are aligned with happiness, joy, balance, peace, all of these as per the understanding and definition and perspective of the creator of all that is from the seventh plane, that I know what it feels like to understand the creator of all that is his definition and perspective of happiness, to know what it feels like, how to, when to, and that it is safe and possible for me to experience happiness in every moment, to understand that happiness is constantly evolving, to understand that it is safe for happiness to evolve, and that I acknowledge that and I know what it feels like to cherish every moment, that I feel happy, that I feel joyous, that I feel peaceful, that I feel successful, that I feel balanced, that I feel accomplished, that I feel confident, that I feel any spark of positivity, that I feel any spark of light within me. As I understand that even if it comes in a few moments, that I allow myself to truly cherish those moments and to use those as anchors to create what I wish to in my life forward, that I know what it feels like to be able to focus on the positive and to find the happiness in everyday life, to find joy in my every situation. And to know that as I do so, that as I keep seeking happiness and looking for happiness in all that is happening, knowing that it does exist, that that becomes what I end up creating for my life and creating in all my situations forward, that I know and understand the creator of all that is his definition and perspective of knowing that I'm in charge and that my happiness, my joy, and the center of it all lies within me. So I know what it feels like to be at peace with this and allow this within my life now to enjoy and know that we're all sparks of light, and hence in every moment having that spark is something that we can absolutely create and enjoy, that I allow myself to enjoy the good now without constantly worrying or waiting for the other shoe to drop, that I allow myself to be in joy, balance, peace, serenity, and happiness now. Would you like these downloads into every cell, atom, molecule of your body, every area of your life, at all four levels of your belief system, in any and every language ever known to you, for your highest and best, and in your highest and best way? Say yes to receive this download. Just allowing the energy of this download to warm your entire being like a beautiful ray of warm sunlight that just simply glows and grows within you, permeating through your every cell, through every layer, every part of your being, every layers of your belief. Feeling this warmth, feeling this sunlight, feeling and knowing that you are this light and of joy, of warmth, of happiness, and that it is safe for you to live it, to radiate it. Whenever you feel ready, just with a big, broad smile, open your eyes. Okay. I see Vimlaji has raised her hand. I'm not sure why. Do you want to type? Okay. So
Yeah, I'd like to say one thing.
very quick.
Everybody, it's just a quick one. Everybody is saying it's 2, 2, 2, 2. That is 4 times 8. But actually, we forgot the 2002 also. We have to add that. So there are 5 twos. And when we add all the 5 twos, I do not know much about numerology, but when 5 twos are added, it becomes 10. So only we remove the 0, it's only 1. So every day you can say is a new beginning. And today is the first day of my new life. All the days and years which have gone are gone. You can start with a new today.
Okay, beautiful. That's a beautiful thought to end our session today as well. So, beginning every day, regenerating every day. I think just even in what she said, it's just a understanding that there's perspective to everything that we're doing. In a way, everything is a new beginning, and it's also the continuation of the same flow that is there. So, all in all, allow your magic to outshine all your worries and to know that, okay, I mean, even if it's hard, like I said, just when something is extremely hard, also, because it is life, so it's going to happen. So, you just go like, okay, I acknowledge it, I accept it, but I choose magic. The minute you use the word but, also, it just simply transforms the energy to whatever that follows the word but. I feel rubbish. I feel horrible. My body is tired. My mind is going crazy. Just all that is happening. But I choose to feel really happy, all right? So then your mind goes, like, okay, so now she wants this. So let's get working on that. All right. And your mind cannot be in two states of mind at any given point in time. It cannot happen. So letting it know what you want, it really wishes to work in your favor, and it will. All right. So have a magical day, everyone. We're starting the B class today. We had to push it by a day. So we're starting that today for anyone that still wants to join. And have a magical day, everyone. We will connect tomorrow and take it forward from there. Bye bye.